Good evening, everyone, and welcome to ComedySportz New Year's Improvin Eve. I will be Kristen, the announcer for the evening. Please put your hands together in your homes for Ref Kelly Jennings.
Was that awesome or what? Welcome to ComedySportz Philly New Year's Improvin Eve. I am so excited to see you here tonight. Listen, before we do anything else, do me a big solid. Go to the bottom of your screen, click on like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you will never miss another match or a future show that we do here on our YouTube channel. It's fantastic. That's the best way to subscribe it. Then do me another solid. I'd like to know where people are virtually watching this from. So type in the chat, where on the globe are we seeing you? I am broadcasting virtually. Well, no, I'm actually broadcasting. I'm actually broadcasting from my home in Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, just a little west of West Philly. My co-host and fabulous announcer, Kristen, who you just heard from. Kristen, I can hear you. Where are you broadcasting from?
I'm broadcasting all the way in South Philadelphia. And Kelly, the folks are tuning in. They're coming from Philly, New Jersey, from someone's kitchen. Carrie's in her kitchen.
What?
Of course, we've got Fishtown, USA, Ocean City, all over the place. Wow.
Holy moly. That's terrific. We are truly a diverse group. Well, I'd like to say welcome to our new fans. Welcome back to our returning fans. We're going to have a great time here this evening. Let me tell you what you're about to see. This is a match of competitive improvisation. By competitive, I mean our two teams, the New Jersey Turnpikes in red, are going to square off against the Philadelphia Fighting Amish in blue. And they are competing not just for your laughs, so your laughs help them grow and become strong and healthy children. But they're also competing for points. Your laughs equal points. So the team that has the most points on the boards at the end of the match gets to log off the first winner of 2021. Holy moly!
Hooray!
The other team just enjoys a fabulous virtual New Year's Eve party.
It's a fun night. It'll just be a fun night.
It's a fun night for them. This is a sporting event, and like any sporting event, we have a referee. That's me, Ref Kel. We have fouls and rules for games. So let me go over those with you. As referee, I'll be timing games. That's pretty self-evident. You don't need much explanation there. I'll be getting your suggestions. We'll go over that in just a moment. And I'm calling fouls. Now, the first foul you might need to know is the Groner foul. Groner foul. That's right. If you're playing along, you may have done that with me. A Groner foul is called when I hear a player make a joke or a pun that is so obvious or silly, it would make me and Kristen and you at home groan out loud, like the worst of the worst dad jokes.
Yeah.
If that happens, I will throw my snowman flag in the air. And at the end of the game, I will ask that player to step forward into their screen and offer you a sincere apology for making you groan. Now, if we accept the apology, play continues. But if we decline the apology, I take points off that team's score. I'm sorry, that's just it. That is the Groner foul. Second foul I might call tonight is the brown bag foul. Now, a brown bag foul is called if I hear anything off-color, gross, just something I find generally offensive. If that happens, I will ask a player at home to place a brown paper bag or here's my.
God, what do you got?
I got a renewable bag.
Oh.
I'm not going to show the brand too long, but
We can't afford it, Kelly. We can't afford it.
We can't afford it. They're not sponsoring me. But I'm going to ask them to put a brown paper bag or a trash can over their head. It has to stay there for the rest of the game. And why am I calling that? Because comedy sports is for everyone. It's for everybody. So even if your taste runs a little blue privately, in a comedy sports match, I don't want to see that on my playing screen. So that is the brown bag foul. Other fouls we'll get to as they come up in a match. Suggestions. Listen, we can't play any of your games without your suggestions. So let's get you a little practice because this is how we're going to interact through the chat tonight. Start typing in, I don't know, something that you might see around you in your room right now. Like look around you in your room or maybe out your front window. Like what do you see outside in the window? Maybe type under, what's under your bed? Like, you know, if company came right now, you'd shove it under the bed.
I thought you meant the monster. I was like, wow, okay.
What about some favorite TV shows or movies? Some favorite TV shows or movies.
These are great, Cal.
Yeah. I know. What's a gift that you gave somebody recently? A gift you gave somebody. Maybe it was your time. Maybe it was cookies.
That is so nice. Kel, I'm seeing these suggestions come in. I mean, people are looking around their houses and seeing dog fur. I mean, who isn't? You know what I mean? I don't even have a dog and there's probably dog fur in it.
Isn't it right?
Snacks. Yes, Carrie. Always have snacks. Kristen also has snacks. We've got, yes. People love the show Superhero Girls plus Mr. Rogers plus, oh my goodness, Dana just loves a boot. She typed a boot. That would be under her bed. She probably shoves that under her bed.
Well, now I know where to find those fabulous boots.
That's right.
All Dana. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing those. And also, I have an agenda about this because Kristen is running kind of a contest tonight. Kristen?
That's right, Cal. I'm running Suggestion of the Night. So I'm going to be looking. I have a second screen. I literally feel like a hacker from the 90s. I have another screen over here that I'm looking at the chat, and I'm going to choose one of the suggestions to win Suggestion of the Night.
Whoa.
Now, at the end, you can have us all applaud you on screen, plus bragging rates for at least a week until we do ComedySportz again, or actually until Saturday until we do ComedySportz again. It's a limited bragging times rate on this one, folks. A lot of these suggestions that you just threw in the chat, I'm going to probably use throughout the entire evening, so thank you for filling the chat full of amazing suggestions like puzzle. So that is Suggestion of the Night. Back to you, Ref Kelly.
Thank you for saying that, Kristen, because if you didn't, I was going to invoke referee rule number 42 and say all of those suggestions are now in the running for Suggestion of the Night.
That's right.
Great. That's just about all you need to know about a ComedySportz match. I've warmed up. Our players have warmed up. There's only one group left to warm up, and that's you, our loyal fans. We're going to deal with our patented keyboard crescendo clap. Start typing some ones and twos and threes in the top. That's like a little golf clap if it was a real clap. And then maybe some fours and fives. That's like, hey, somebody you knew won an awesome thing. Yay for them. And then 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness, it might be you winning an awesome thing. 9, 10. Yes!
Yeah! Welcome to the screen for New Jersey Turnpikes and Bread. We got Kelsey and Air, Michael, Jeffrey Cohen, and of course the captain, Kathleen Sheehy. Let's give it up for our hometown in Philadelphia, Fighting Amish. We've got all the way from Boston visiting Eddie Service, Eric Stoika, and of course the captain Ben Parend. Now let's welcome back to the playing screen Ref Kelly.
I'm back on the playing screen. All right, let us get this match started. Can I have captains on the playing screen, please? Excellent. Captain Kathleen, Captain Ben. In order to determine who will initiate in our opening round, I need you to find something in your space that starts with the letter H. The letter H. Go. H for Happy New Year.
I see where you went there, Cal. I see where you're
Yeah, right. Okay, Kathleen is first back. Ben, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right. Ben is showing us a pen. Does it have a special name, Ben?
Yes, Henry.
Henry, the pen. Excellent. Right for your Henry Allen. Great. And, Kathleen, what do you have for us?
This is a head pillow.
I'm going to give it to New Jersey.
Woo!
So New Jersey, you will initiate. Captains, our opening game is try that on for size. Try that on for size. Friends at home, start typing into the chat for me something that says party. Maybe some things that suggest party to you, or types of people, occupations that suggest party, like party people. For the game, try that on for size. You're going to see 2 players on screen. One is going to initiate by doing a simple activity. For example, they're going to say, I'm walking the dog. They're going to make it a challenge. Try that on for size. The other player must do the same movement, but justify it in a whole new way. Like, I'm using a metal detector on the beach. Try that on for size. Play continues back and forth until players are eliminated. They will be eliminated for hesitating, for stuttering or stumbling, for repeating an activity that's already been said, for a poor justification, or losing control of the English language. When all players have been eliminated, the other team's automatically going to get 5 points. All right, let's get our first 2 players to the screen. All right, we've got Kathleen versus Ben, captain versus captain. Kristen.
Yes.
What's our first suggestion for this?
First suggestion is cake.
Cake. Cake suggests a party to me. Cake is your opening suggestion. Kathleen, you won that coin toss. You're going to initiate cake. Tweet.
I'm cutting this cake. Try that on for size.
I'm casting a spell. Try that on for size.
We're going to go first to South Philly, and then we're going to go slightly angular South Philly. Try that on for size.
Bones in my arm are loose. Try that on for size.
Whack-a-mole is such an odd game.
Kathleen's hesitating. She is out
of here.
Friends, if you're playing along at home, you get to do this. Every time we call somebody out, clap twice through your thumbs behind you and say they're out of here. Kathleen is out of here.
Out of here.
All right, let's have our next player up for the red team. Michael Jeffrey Cohen. Kristen, what's our next suggestion? We're trying it on the side.
Thank you, Chuck, for saying feather boa. A feather boa.
Totally says party to me. Feather boa. Ben, you won the last round. You'll initiate feather boa. Tweet.
My new boa is fabulous. Try that on for size.
I should have painted the wall instead of my neck. Try that on for size.
Something stinks in this bathroom. Try that on for size.
Surely it's not my aroma wafting through the room. Try that on for size.
Now you see it. Now you don't. Try that on for size.
Aha! I would have got away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Try that on for size.
Aha! I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
That is a repetition. Ben is
Out of
Out
here.
of here.
Hi, Ben. Enjoy the bench. All right, here comes Eric. All right, excellent. Let's get them a new suggestion. What's our next suggestion, Kristen?
Listen, I don't know what kind of parties D-Nice has, but he has, or they have the best because they got bagpipers.
Fun fact, bagpipe music makes me cry. I I always cry when I hear bagpipes, so I will support this. My people, bagpipes. Michael Jeffrey Cohen, you won that last round. You'll initiate bagpipes. Beep.
I'm blocking out bagpipe music. Try that on for size.
I'm spinning sick beats, yo, at the DJ. Try that on for size.
My head's coming off, but not today. Reality, not today. Try that on for size.
I'm filming a Crazy Glue commercial. Try that on for size.
My frame goes from here to here.
I lost control of the English language. He is out of here.
Abacadoo.
Guys, Yapapo. Great, excellent. That was a challenging round.
It was tricky.
Yeah, it was tricky. Let's get our new player up for the red team.
Go, Kelsey.
Player, Kelsey, am I right?
What? Huh?
You're the last player?
Yes.
Wait, please don't make me the last player. Wait, if Kelsey falls, 5 points automatically go to the blue team. We need a suggestion, Kristen. What do you got for me?
Yes, from Lee.com. Limbo.
Oh, it's the fun party. All right, Eric, you won the last round. You will initiate Limbo.
I'm going under the limbo pole. Try that on for size.
I need to go to the chiropractor. Try that on for size.
Wow, that's a really tall building. Try that on for size.
I can catch that grape in my mouth. Try that on for size.
Wow, look at that airplane. It's all the way up there. Try that on for size.
Ho, 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 I'm Santa Claus. Try that on for size.
Oh, my back is really killing me. Try that on for size.
We started with a bad back. That was our first suggestion, Eric is.
Out of here. I love it. I love it.
And
Ooh.
Everett, guest player from Boston, CSC. This is going to be exciting, friends, because whoever's left standing gets 5 points for their team. And if it's the blue team, CSC Boston gets a few extra bragging points, I think. I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. So we need our final suggestion, Christian. What do we got?
Of course, Bill Bradshaw has the creepiest of parties. Therefore, clowns is your suggestion. Clowns.
Clowns! Clowns at a party! Nothing says fun like a clown. Clown is the topic. Kelsey, you'll initiate.
I'm squeezing my clown nose. Try that on for size.
I'm putting on my oxygen mask first before I put on yours. Try that on for size.
I'm putting this perfume right up on my face. Try that on for size.
Do I need to change this, baby? Yup, I do. Try that on for size.
Gosh, my whole face itches. Try that on for size.
He had a big nose, like a big, big nose. Try that on for size.
Try that on for size.
I don't know. That was a great sound effect. But it has nothing to do with our suggestion. Kelsey is out of here. What's the bragging points to Boston?
That's right. That is 5 big old points on the scoreboard for our Philadelphia Fighting Amish plus bragging rights for CSC Boston. The scoring update is brought to you by Whiteboard, I mean. Guess how many kernels are stuck in my teeth at this point? Thank you, Brett Kelly.
Kristen, how much popcorn have you eaten?
I popped an entire large bag of popcorn, Kelly.
Wow.
This is also my dinner.
Okay, I accept that.
It's just dinner.
You didn't send any over to me, so
I also have chocolate.
that's a party, like popcorn and chocolate. I love it. All right, that was our head-to-head games where 5 points automatically go to whichever team wins. You're coming into a judged round. That means, folks at home, you're going to see both teams play a game, and then you're going to get to type in the chat which team you thought did a better job of their game, and then that's who's going to get the point. So it's all on you. So let's get this party started. Can I have Captain to the playing screen? I will never get tired of seeing that. Captain Kathleen, your team did a great job. Good start in the coin toss. But Captain Ben, your team did a better job. So what game would you like to play for the loyal fans, Ben?
We will be playing At the Movies.
At the movies. Excellent. You prepare your team. Kathleen, enjoy your bench time. All right, for the game of At the Movies, let's see. Type in the chat for me. What are some books or that you've actually read? Some titles of some real books you've actually read. Maybe some titles of some real movies that are your favorites. And like not the obvious ones, maybe like the one that like your guilty pleasure movie, like your guilty pleasure book, right? Like the title of that. Keep in mind the brown bag foul. And let me explain the game. For this scene game, you are going to see clips from a movie review. Like you were like cruising through YouTube, you watched ComedySportz Match, then you went to the other channel you subscribe to that does movie reviews. This is that movie review show. But we need the title for that movie review show. So what do we got, Kristen?
Wow, we've got a lot of things coming in. Wow, you know what? I can't ignore this one. I see Empire Records, and I'm going to mix that with JB's suggestion of Big Fish. So the title of this film is going to be Big Empire.
Yeah, Empire! It's like the B version of...
It's almost Star Wars.
Almost Star Wars, but it wasn't. All right, folks at home, I welcome you to our movie review of Big Empire. Tweet!
So you want to join the Empire? Why should we let you into our ranks?
Well, I had a 2.0 GPA in Empire College with a minor in galactic domination, and I figured, why start from the bottom? I want to work right up on the big ships with you guys.
Normally, such a bold request would be immediate death, but there's something about the look in your eye that makes me think you've got Empire all over your soul. I'm going to give you a chance.
Thank you, sir. I mean, Darth, sir. I mean, thank you.
All right.
Oh, man! Dude, I love that part.
All right. I want you to surrender your country to me and my empire, or I will chop off your head with my very, very dangerous lightsaber.
There's no one home on this planet.
Oh, guys, there's no one home on this planet. We gotta go to a different planet. What a home Are you sure there's no one home on this planet?
Just us, little mice. Nothing worth conquering.
Guys, we went to the mouse planet. We didn't want the mouse planet. We wanted like the big beefy planet that we could use to attack other planets.
Oh boy, that worked.
Oh, yes! The trickery! Oh, I love that trickery. We've got like axe battles and laser swords. You know I'm going to be all over that. By the way, Brendan at TikTok, subscribe down here. I'm trying to get 1 milli before the New Year's done. Now, okay, now this scene, look, I got a soft heart. You know Brendan's got a soft heart right deep down here. So this is the part that always makes me tear up a little bit in Big Empire. This is where we have Lori, we have Don, and they realize maybe there's a little spark there. Let's watch.
Lori, I know I've been hard on you teaching you the ways to take over the Empire, nay, the world, nay, the galaxy. Is it me, or is there something here?
I do think there's something here. When I first met you, you hired me on as a youngling, and then I advanced up further in the ranks than you, and I was going to kill you with my electricity, but I think there's a different kind of bond here that we can explore.
I felt that electricity, but it was not the kind of electricity that kills. It was the kind of electricity that fills my soul with a burning passion. What if we were to conquer the galaxy together?
That would be wonderful.
Oh.
Let's...
Well,
Oh, dude! Love is love is love is love. Now, in this final scene, epic scene, they break up. Let's watch.
we were supposed to take over the galaxy together. Together! Lori, what happened to us? What happened to our love? What happened to
We
the
were supposed to be a couple. That's two people, but there can only be one, never two. And so you had to kill me.
I couldn't! I love you too much! I insist you kill me instead! Oh. Always remember Alderaan.
And that's time! Come back next week for Big Empire Part 2, The Big Awakening. Hey, friends at home, file that game away. In your minds, it's going to be met with a challenge. Can I have captains on the playing screen, please?
Woo! Woo!
Ben, that was an amazing game of Try That On for Size. And at the movies, you are crushing this match. Kathleen, so far we just have a head pillow, wonderful as it is. But you have an opportunity to play a game for our loyal fans at home. What game would you like to play?
We would like to play Near Far Wherever You Are.
Ooh, Near Far Wherever You Are. Excellent. Prepare your team for the game of Near Far Wherever You Are. Hey, Kristen.
Hi.
We're going to need a location for this. Do you have one in the chat that you want to
I do. Earlier when we were talking movies, someone shared that they love The Breakfast Club, and we all know that that takes place in a library. Yeah. So library will be our location.
Library will be our location. All right. So for those who are watching at home, Near Far Wherever You Are, we will have all three players in this game. One player must always be near to their screen. One player must always be far away from their screen. And one player must always be wherever they are, off the screen. One player in each of those locations. Now, if we get too up close or too far, or all three are gone, you're going to hear us go, woo! So they know that they've got to get a little closer. Feel free to type woo in the chat if you want to. But that's our scene, Near Far Wherever You Are. Let's get our players on the screen. Players, you got 3 minutes for this game. Tweet, begin.
I got all the books you asked for about ancient Phoenicia, Rodna.
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. Thank you. If you could just leave them on the table. And I need to focus for... Thank you. Thank you. I've been writing this paper for hours, Mrs. Johnson, and I don't think I'm going to...
Let me see it, Rodna.
Fine. Take it. I'm going to go look in the other section for some more references.
Okay.
Are there any more bug books around? I keep seeing beetles, but I need bugs.
Bugs! Oh, the entomology section. Just a minute. I'll just go get it.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Johnson.
Hey, babe.
Oh my gosh, babe. I told you I was working on my paper in the library.
I know. I came here because I didn't write my paper, and I was wondering if you could write mine for me.
I am so sick of this, Bradley. You come look at this. You come look. I'm doing research. Read this and try to do better, Bradley.
Well, you know I can't read. I need you to write my paper.
Can't with you. I just can't, Bradley.
Wait, don't break up with me. Don't break up with me. Someone pay attention to me.
I couldn't find any insect books, but I did find a Beatles CD. Beatles are insects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
Gorgeous.
So, friends, it's now up to you to decide who gets the points. Start typing in the chat, red or blue. Kristen's gonna tally up those red and blue. Whoever gets the most reds or blues is gonna get the next 5 points. This is so exciting.
Very exciting.
I'm always on edge for this. I hate because both teams did an amazing job.
That's the difficult part that the audience has in this very moment, Kelly, is that they have to decide, do I want to give it to my friends, my family, the people that made me laugh more? I'm not sure.
Right. Who has the better
Don't forget that Philadelphia is in the lead right now with 5 points.
If they're in the lead, then they're going to be totally crushing this match. But if Red can pull it out, we're going to have a tie match. That's
The scores are coming in. The scores. Oh my goodness. If I did my math correctly, 5 points to New Jersey.
New Jersey! Woo!
That's right. Our score is now tied. 5-5. This scoring update is brought to you by Dolly Parton. She was in a movie 9 to 5. But our score is not that. It's 5-5. So that's back to you, Ref Kelly.
Working 5-5.
Listen, wouldn't that be awesome if there was a contemporary remake and it was working 5-5?
Oh God, I'm working 5-5. It's a long ass day.
But here's the question: would it be 5 minutes to 5? Like I just worked 5 minutes, 5 to 5?
I worked 5-5.
I just have a 5-minute job. Wouldn't it be awesome? I want a 5-minute job.
I'm down.
All right. All right. Enough of our chitter chatter. They didn't come to hear you and me. They want to see some improv. We're moving into a referee challenge for tonight's match. That is the game of sales pitch. All right. For the game of sales pitch, I am going to send all of our players off for about 5-10 seconds to find an object in their home. All right, players, you go. And then what they're doing is they're gonna come back and they are going to pitch you a particular item as if it was on a QVC kind of channel. It's the object that will save your life, change your world, rock your heart. All right. And now it's time for ComedySportz' very own Consumer Shopping Network.
You're watching the Consumer Shopping Zone.
Hey, I'm Ben, and I'd say I'm a 7 out of 10. I also like to give products to the people. Now, sometimes you think to yourself, hey, I'm having an off day. I'm feeling a little down and I need something to lift my spirits. Well, boy, do I have the product for you. Yes, that's right. A scrub for the floor. That's right. You put sponge on the floor and you clean up your place. Not only will you look at the floor, look at yourself and feel better, but you'll also have a clean space for you to feel great. And hey, maybe you can invite me over for dinner. I'll wear a mask and we'll sit 6 feet apart. So enjoy.
and have a blessed day.
Next up on the Consumer Shopping Zone.
You ever notice how the sound of your own voice is lacking? I have, especially in this day and age when we're on computers. But there's a solution to this problem, and it's not as drastic as you think. Yes, it is drinking water. Who would have thunk it? We're all so dehydrated in this day and age, but you drink water, especially out of a stein, and there you go. You're just sounding so beautiful and smooth. Drinking water.
Items are running out. Next up on the Consumer Shopping Zone.
Hi. Are you anything like me? I have bed bugs in my house. And so I've been trying for many, many days and days to try and get rid of these bed bugs. But then I found a solution. And let me show it to you right now. That solution is a vintage Doctor Who TARDIS cookie jar. You can open up the top, put in some bed bug bait, whatever bed bugs eat. I'm not sure what it is. And the bed bugs will all go in there and then they'll go away. But they're not actually going to be trapped inside the cookie jar. They're going to be sent off to some wibbly wobbly timey-wimey dimension, but who cares? They're no longer in your bed. Call now.
And you can get that item in blue or TARDIS blue. Next up, Consumer Shopping Zone.
How many times has this happened to you? You've decided to take a cross-country trip, but what tourist destination to stop at? There are so many. How can you decide? How on earth can you decide? Well, I'll tell you how. All you have to do is open up your Campbell's Soup recipe book, pull out a convenient card, and find the boring suburban recipe of the town that you're about to visit. That will lead you surely through the aroma being detected by the locals. They will lead you to the tourist trap of their choice, where you'll lose as much money as possible. Campbell's Soup recipe book. It'll take you places.
Next up on the Consumer Shopping Zone.
Hi. Do you love your kids? But sometimes you just need a little break from your kids? Well, have I got the product for you? It's string! It's just string! Any string in the house! Just tie the kids up. It's not gonna hurt them, I promise. It will just keep them safe and, more importantly, still. I can't promise it'll keep them quiet, but it will keep them still for maybe 2 minutes, and you could do something that you've wanted to do all year, like shower. I will suggest maybe don't do this if there's other adults in the house, because perhaps it wouldn't look so good, but for you, your peace of mind, who could put a price tag on that? We could. 2 payments of $99.99.
If you love your children, put a string on them. Next up on the Consumer Shopping Zone.
Hi! Are you looking for something to do with your Girl Scout troop? Are you sick of selling cookies? Well, I've got this brand new, super fun, super cool activity just for you with this new product. It's a crystal skull! Wow! You remember those Indiana Jones movies? They went hunting for that skull. That's the kind of Girl Scout adventure you need. Just take this skull, get it cursed at any of your local grocery stores, and hide it in the woods. Your Girl Scouts will spend weeks searching for it, and it'll be just a blast. Get your crystal skull today.
And that's time for...
You're watching the Consumer Shopping Zone.
We'll be right back with the Consumer Shopping Zone. You'll get all your free ComedySportz gear. No, not really.
Not really.
But,
None of that is true.
Friends, it is time for you to decide which team you thought did the best job in our sales pitch. Put it in the chat, red or blue. Do keep in mind, like they pitched and they demonstrated. So did they pitch and demonstrate well? Did they only do one better than the other? Who's more charming?
Wow. The votes are coming in hot. So far, red is in the lead. I'm going to give it another 3 seconds.
All right. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to do there.
Red for the win!
Yes! Points to it.
Is now 10-5. This scoring update is brought to you by CSC. We sell stuff that we didn't want any longer in our home. Therefore, we started our own consumer selling zone. Whatever the name of it was. Back to you, Rev Kelly.
Thank you, Kristen. Kristen, did you get anything that you would have regifted at the consumer shopping zone this year?
Yeah, I mean, I got I don't know. I actually did enjoy all my presents this year. I can't even make a bit out of it. I can't. They were great.
They were great presents. That's awesome. Those are the best years, right? Yeah. Not the years that you're like, hey, look what I got you.
Like no ugly sweaters,
no bad cookies.
Yeah. No, all good cookies. All good cookies.
Right. Well, speaking of cookies, it's time to move on to our second half match. So get your cookies ready, because you're going to see 2 more games. President Old, get those cookies ready, because we need Kansas on the playing screen.
Yes.
Cheer.
Captain Ben, I do have to ask you, why do you have a skull in your house?
Legally, I can't tell you.
I will accept that answer. So, Kathleen, seems like your strategy's paying off. You are in the lead, 10-5. That means you get to play the next game for our fans at home. What would you like to play?
We would like to play Advice Panel.
Ooh, Advice Panel. Excellent. Well, you prepare your team. Then we'll see you back on screen in a moment. For the game of Advice Panel, you're about to see 3 expert panelists who can give you advice on anything that you need. So right now, go to your keyboards, start typing in some things that you might need advice about. Like maybe should you get that quarantine puppy? Yes. I'm just going to answer that. Yes. Yeah. But maybe you have some other things that you need some advice on. Type in as many questions as you need. In the meantime, let's introduce tonight's panelists.
Ooh.
All right. Panelist number 1, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Peter, and I'm a mole.
Thank you for joining us, Peter, and I'm glad our camera tube was able to reach down far enough into your burrow so you didn't have to come out in the cold.
Thank you, me too.
Great. Panelist number 2. I can't hear you, panelist number 2.
Bob Dylan stole everything from me, including my voice. I'm Bob Bish Shelley.
Oh, gosh. Well, thank you, Bob, and I'm sorry for your loss. And panelist number 3.
Hello, I'm just an old retired fisherman. I live on a meadow, and I'm just happy to be here.
Well, thank you for coming in off the meadow and being ready to answer our questions. Before I turn to our studio audience, I would like a little advice for myself. There are many methods to folding a fitted sheet. I have my method, but I'd like to know from the experts, what's the best way to fold a fitted sheet? Peter, panelist number 1.
Oh, it's great. Here, I'll show you right now. but you just gotta do it like this, and then you gotta do it like that, and then blam, you got your fitted sheet.
Peter, I don't know if I'll ever be able to duplicate your technique, but I really appreciate how fast you were able to get that done. Panelist number 2, fitted sheet.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your feet, one of the elite, with that fitted sheet?
It feels great when they happen, but it feels like crap when you don't fold them up right. I would assume that you don't know either. Panelist number 3.
On the boat, we just had rubber mattresses. So I suggest get rid of your sheets and just get yourself a rubber mattress. You don't have to fold anything ever again.
A rubber mattress technique. I love it. No sheet at all. All right. Well, let's get some questions from our studio audience, because I know people out there in the internet world need some advice. Kristen, what are we looking at?
Yes, I'm directly looking at the chat, and there are some serious questions here. The first one I'm seeing come in is very topical, is what should their New Year's resolution be?
Oh, always a good one. What should a New Year's resolution be? Best New Year's resolution advice. Panelist number 2.
You break it on the 2nd of the month. You break it and you won't know what to do. How does it feel when you broke your resolution?
Stop playing it.
If I may interpret, don't make a New Year's resolution because you're going to break it in 2 days anyway. So just live free. I'm curious, Peter, the mole, do you make New Year's resolutions in the burrow?
You know, sometimes I do. I made one at birth to not get exposed to the sun ever, and I my entire life.
You are committed. That is commitment, friends. Panelist number 3.
Try fishing for fun instead of work.
Fish is the answer to all of our New Year's resolutions. Excellent. Kristen, do we have another one?
Yes, coming all the way from, I believe, Ben Salem, Sean and his moms need to know, who is the best Avenger?
Ooh. Oh, now this is controversial, right? The best Avenger. I would like to start with panelist number 3. Best Avenger.
Iron Man.
Great. I think we could just move on. How about another question, Kristen?
Yes, Amanda C. needs to know, what is the function of a rubber duck?
The function of a rubber duck. Because we know the rubber duck is the one, but what is its function? Peter the mole, what do you think? Rubber duck.
You know, I found a lot of these just around in the 80s, and they're really great because the head part is smaller than the bottom part, so you can have them as plugs for the various parts of your burrow.
Yeah, if you have holes in your home, you live in a burrow, function of a rubber duck, block up the holes. Panelist number 2, what do you think?
Come gather around bathers, and here is the word. What can you do with a plastic yellow bird?
You can use it to plug up the holes in your burrow. Let's see if that's...
Cause their bath is now a changing.
Yeah, I would recommend changing the bath water too. Sometimes. Panelist number 3, function of a rubber duck.
Just to keep you company in the bathtub.
Okay, that is first panel.
Yes! You learned so much much on this show. We learned so much.
Right? Like, I never even considered what the function.
No. I mean, I just thought to myself, well, that's cute. And
Right.
then left it at that.
Right. And now I'm feeling kind of bad, like I've overlooked like the rubber ducky's needs.
I know.
Right? But
Yeah.
now I know. Like,
Yeah.
keeps you company and it serves as a plug.
Exactly.
Right? And a reminder to change the bathwater. Great. Friends at home, file that game away. It's going to be met with a challenge. Can I have Captains on the playing field?
Woo!
Woo!
Excellent. We are moving right along. Captain Kathleen, really well played game of advice panel. I'm on pins and needles to see how our audience responds after we hear a game from Captain Ben. Ben, what are you going to play for us?
We will be playing the game of replay.
Ooh, replay. Excellent. All right,
Nice.
you prepare your team. For this game of a replay, I would love, in the chat, type in a few emotions, strong emotions, maybe positive ones, like enthusiasm is a positive, like a love, something like that. But any emotion will do. And maybe some types of magazines.
Ooh.
Some types of magazines like Vogue, or it could just be fashion, something like that. But types of magazines and emotions. Start typing those in the chat. For the game of replay, our players are going to start a basic scene, and then they are going to replay it in different styles. And that's what we're getting from you now. And Kristen, hey,
Yes.
feel free to go through the chat if there were some suggestions that have, like you wanted to use before.
Yeah.
Those too. All right, what are we seeing?
I saw earlier baking because I just baked some cookies with my mom and it was treasure filled. So baking is what I'd love.
Baking is going to be our suggestion for our replay. You keep typing those suggestions in because we're going to pull those for the replay styles. But let's get our players on the screen.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Players, your suggestion to start your replay is baking. You'll have about a minute. Are you ready?
Yes!
Yes.
Let's begin.
Sam,
Yes, sorry, Dad.
I need you to help me make these cookies, son.
Okay, Dad. I won't disappoint you this time.
All right, now pass me the blowtorch. Thank you. All right. And get your mini one. And now let's shoot it off in the air. Make sure it's good. Oh, I think we hit something. But look on the ground. Look on the ground now. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh! I just wanted a piece of cheese! Why would you fill me with fire?
I'm sorry, little buddy. Sam, use the
Father.
blowtorch.
Real good, Dad. I got it real good.
Mice, they're the enemies of cookies. All right, now put the blowtorches back. They're too dangerous for this task. What did you just grab? Oh, I grabbed.
You put yours on your own shelf there, Dad. So
Wow.
that's
Oh
smart
my
thinking.
God. I can be foolish sometimes.
That's okay. Let's bake.
Time! First game of replay. All right, our closing line. Let's bake. Let's see this replayed in some different styles. Kristen,
Yes.
what's our first style? How are we going to see this played?
We are going to see this replayed with the style of exhaustion.
Exhaustion. That same scene you just saw in the style of exhaustion. Players, could begin.
Sam!
Mm.
Come here.
Let's make them cookies. Here. All right. Pass me my blowtorch. Nope, that's the axe. All right, thank you.
Here you go, Dad.
All right, and grab your mini one. All right. Oh, this is heavy. All right, 1, 2, 3. Shoot it off in the air.
Ow!
Dude, you hit something? Hello? Look.
I'm just a little mouse. Do you know how tiring it is being a mouse? Just always eating cheese and scraps? You guys are the worst. Ugh.
Look, all right.
What do we do, Dad?
Chase it with the blowtorch. It's.
Do I have to?
I need to take an Ambien. That's what I need to do. All right, now just take the blowtorch. Here, take mine. Oh, God. Now, one more thing. Can we bake melatonin instead?
Whatever we do, let's just bake it in and then take a nap.
All right, we're gonna see one more replay. Kristen, what style are we gonna see next?
I'm never gonna deny this magazine style, which is cat fancy. Cat fancy.
All right, that same scene through the eyes and lens of Cat Fancy and Bigot.
Sam! Sam, my cat son.
Hello, Cat Father.
Give me a little nuzzle. All right, Sam. Now we've got to bake our cookies. Get the cat litter. Oh, thank you. Ooh, edible cat litter. Now get your mini pack. Us cats will eat anything. All right, now on the count of 3, we've got to toss it and throw it in the air. On the count of meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. What did we hit? What did we hit?
What are you cats doing throwing cat litter at just a simple innocent dog?
You're not a simple innocent dog. You're a killer. You're a monster. And you don't have the soulful eyes that Sam and I have. Chase it, Sam. Chase the dog.
Hey!
Oh, Sam. Oh, Sam. Come back, Sam. Sam, take my cat litter. It's too heavy. I don't have an appetite anymore. I'm a sad kitty. I'm a sad kitty now. Sam, let's just go on a long walk and not get back to our owners' homes for 4 to 5 weeks.
Are you guys gonna eat that?
That's meow.
For Cat Fancy. We're getting groovy here at Comedy Sports News. Feeling the beat. All right, friends at home, you know what time it is. It's once again time for you to put your fingers to your keyboard, decide who did the best job in this last round. Was it the New Jersey Turnpike's game of replay, or, advice panel, or the Philadelphia Fighting Irish's game of replay? Start typing that in now.
Look at this. Someone voted for my cat. Thank you so much. All right, the votes are coming in. It is almost even Steven, but on top we've got Red New Jersey again. It is now 15 to 5. This scoring up is brought to you by the New Jersey Turnpike. Crazy noise. Back to you.
Thanks, Kristen. I did not see this coming. I'm sorry, Captain Kathleen, your team is so Colin. So is Ben's. But I did not see this kind of a shutout. This is amazing. Before we continue to our last chance game, I would like to thank you for spending your New Year's Eve with us. I am so excited to be the referee for New Year's Improvin Eve. I haven't refed a New Year's Improvin Eve in a long time. So thank you for joining us. You know, it's a interesting time. So I hope you're having interesting New Year's virtual Eve parties. I just made that up, didn't I? Virtual Eve.
Great. That's
New
what
Year's
we're doing.
virtual Eve.
Trademark.
Yes.
Yep.
So I hope you're enjoying them because I'm enjoying this one. This is awesome. While I've got you here, if you haven't already, take a moment, go like and subscribe our YouTube page. And also, I'd like to share, we have a bunch of stuff that happens here virtually online through cscphilly.com. We have classes and workshops coming up. Our winter workshop series for both adults and kids is going to be starting real soon. You can get all the information you need about that on our website. Just go to Philadelphia School of Improv or CSC Education, and you will get all the information you need about our classes. We have amazing, interesting shows that come up all through the year. Kristen, in fact, just did Remark, right, which was reviews of those holiday Hallmark movies, right? There's
You can still watch them if you
still
want
watch
to.
them.
Just go to the show on YouTube.
Wow.
Like and subscribe.
Remark, the channel.
Running theme.
We had Trash Puppets.
Wait, Kelly, big news. Trash Puppets is coming back this month. It's a surprise one. If I had a calendar in front of me, I believe it's the 22nd.
It is the 22nd.
Excellent.
Kelsey.
Thanks, Kelsey.
And the week before that is Play It Out.
And Play It Out, where you get to see both stand-ups and improvisers in the same show. It's amazing. But you can get all of this information on our website. And please do check out our classes. And the great thing about Virtual World, you can be anywhere on the globe and still participate in our matches, in our shows, in our classes, in our workshops, whatever it is. If you've got an internet connection, you can join us. So please take a look at that. And again, thank you for spending some of your New Year's Eve with us and making our lives a little happier.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to our last chance round. Our last chance round. And this is a game that we called 2020 was all like 2020. This is a pun game. So I will be suspending the groaner foul for this game.
Nice.
That means if people tell that horrible dad joke, they make you groan or moan at home, I'm considering that a good joke. Here's the format of the game. Players are going to step forward and tell a joke in this format. 2020 was like, and then fill in the blank from your suggestion. So maybe the suggestion was banana. It'd be like, 2020 was all like super fresh at the start, but it wasn't very appealing at the end.
Ooh, groan.
Ooh, right? So, and that gets them a joke. Woohoo! So you could start typing in the chat maybe something that you see outside your window. What stuff you see outside your window? Maybe occupations of people in your your cousin does a thing, or the neighbor does a thing. What are some occupations that people know? Plus, Kristen's going to be pulling from all the other suggestions we have in that chat. Let's say something else. I'll add one more. If you haven't contributed a suggestion yet, what's something you might find in your kitchen? You go out in the kitchen and you're going to see it there. I'm going to see my cats.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to see in the kitchen. But what are you going to see in your kitchen? Let's get all of our players to the playing screen.
Yes.
Woohoo! All right, players. Let's get our first suggestion. Kristen,
Yes.
what is our first suggestion for 2020 was all like?
Oh my God. I see in here, someone mentioned being married. So I'm going to say a wedding. A wedding.
2020 was all like a wedding. Tweet. Kelsey.
2020 was like a wedding. It was a lot.
1 point. Red. Ben.
2020 was like a wedding. Very expensive in the beginning, and there's no expectation that it'll end happily ever after.
Point. Blue. Michael. MJC.
2020 was like a wedding. Any number of guests is too many.
Point red. Kathleen.
2020 was like a wedding. According to this chart, you can't sit with us.
2 points. 2 points. Eddie.
2020 was a lot like a wedding. I couldn't pay my bills, so I had to cancel the reception.
2 points for sadness. Let's get a new suggestion.
Yes, I am seeing just someone said cheese. So
Cheese. All right, 2020 was all like cheese. Eric.
2020 was all like cheese. It just wasn't very Gouda.
Sweet. Blue, 1 point. MJC.
2020 is like cheese. It was terrible, but I hope 2021 will be cheddar.
Sweet. Point red. Emmy.
2020 was a lot like cheese. A real monster.
Sweet. Point blue. Eric.
2020 was like, actually, I can't remember what 2020 was like.
2 points, blue.
wow.
Red. I'm sorry, Kelsey.
2020 was a lot like cheese. It's ending, and we're all like, queso.
Red. Let's get a new suggestion. Let's new topic.
Excellent. Our new suggestion is going to be, yes. A hummingbird. A hummingbird.
Hummingbird. Excellent. Hummingbird. Eric.
2020 was like a hummingbird, and that there's so much coming at you, and it's just so much coming at you all the directions and stuff. I just can't handle it.
3 point blue. Ben.
2020 was like a hummingbird. I wrote and listened to a lot of tweets.
Point blue. Kathleen.
2020 was like a hummingbird because my diet was sugar and water.
Point red. Emmy.
2020 was like a hummingbird. I just didn't see it coming.
Point blue. Kelsey.
2020 was like a hummingbird. I sat inside and watched it out my window.
Point red. Eric.
2020 was like a hummingbird, and I hope that 2021 will be nectar.
3 point blue. Let's get one more suggestion. Let's get another topic.
Looks like someone got themselves a new Keurig. A new Keurig for the holiday.
Keurig. Excellent. Keurig. Kathleen.
2020 was like a Keurig. What a waste.
Point red. Emmy.
2020 was like a Keurig. It made me real despresso.
And that's time! All right, friends. Kristen, this is the most complicated part of her job tonight.
I'm so much.
If you thought reading the chat was complicated, this is even more, because she's got multiple math things that she has to do right now. Right now, she is tallying up all those final tweets and points to see what, and it looks like a shutout, right? Like 15-5. But there are a lot of good jokes from the Amish. They could easily come back. So we got to figure that score out. Plus, she's also calculating suggestion of the night. Do you want me to keep talking a little bit more?
I got it. I did math so quick.
Excellent. All right, let's get all of our players up on screen.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, so first I need to announce, of course, tonight's big winner of Suggestion of the Night. We had so many fun ones. You guys were so hot with this chat. I adored it so, so much. It was difficult to choose, but of course, I had to go with when Amanda C said, "What is the function of a rubber duck?" Congratulations, Amanda. You're victorious. Victorious. Oh, man. Kelly, it is technically like 14 minutes from whatever in Brazil, but we're going to ring it in early because let's get this garbage fire done.
Yeah, I am ready to be like, I started celebrating like Wednesday. So,
Yeah.
Like I'm really done with the year. I hope everyone is safe and healthy and happy where you are. And we just start out the new year, clean slate, fresh start. So let's find out who our winner of 2021 is going to be. Let's get a little drum roll going, understanding. And by the way, get yourself a glass of something.
Oh yeah, get a
Get
glass.
yourself a glass of something to toast in the year, because we're going to do this simultaneously. We're going to celebrate 2021 and the first winner of or the first winner of 2021 and 2021. We're going to do it. Kristen, do you have the ball ready to go too?
Yes, I have the ball.
Excellent. All right.
Yes. Let's go.
All right. So let's start with who is tonight's winner?
Tonight's winner, with a score of 24 points to the losing team's 17, is the New Jersey Turnpike!
Winner of 2021! We'll count down to the New Year with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year, everyone, and thank you so much for spending time with Philadelphia. Thanks to TNT Boston for letting us borrow a poor penny. Let's say goodnight to our Philadelphia Fighting Amish. Please give it up for Eric Stoika, Eddie Service, and of course the captain, Ben Berend. Our first victorious team of the new year, technically, it's the new year, is the New Jersey Turnpikes. We've got Michael Jeffrey Cohen, Kelsey Hebert, and our captain, Kathleen Sheehy. We also amazingly have Ref Kelly. Say goodnight to Kelly. And I have been Kristen, your announcer for the evening. Thank you so much. We love you all, our loyal fans. Cheers to you. Have a good night.
And
Yeah, royalty free. Let's go.
One more time. Let's put it on one more time. Come on.